This video clip is from mathsdvds.co.uk and mathstutor.biz, and the video clip is going to be looking at one question from this practice paper. It's a GCSE Mathematics Foundation practice paper, paper 1B, which is a calculator paper, and I'm going to be looking at question 17. I'll go through it in detail and show you how the marks are awarded. Should you want to see the whole of the paper, then you'll need to buy your own copy along with the instructional DVD, which you can get from either of these websites, mathsdvds.co.uk or mathstutor.biz. So let's have a look at this question number 17. GCSE Foundation Practice Paper 1B from mathstutor.biz and mathsdvds.co.uk. Question 17. Write 90 as a product of its prime factors. So before we can start this question, we need to make sure we know what these three words mean: product, prime and factors. Product is another word for multiplication. So product means multiply, multiplication, times. Product means multiply. Prime, we'll talk about the prime numbers. So in this question we need to know what the prime numbers are. And these are the prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7. Don't get stuck in the rut of writing down odd numbers and put 9, because 9 is not a prime number. These are the prime numbers, and they go on forever. A prime number is a number that only has 1 and itself as a factor. In other words, 17, the only numbers that go into 17 are 1 and 17. I've just used the word factors. Factors are the numbers that go into a number. So we're looking for numbers that go into 90, and when we multiply them together we get 90, and the numbers I'm looking for are all prime numbers. And the best way to do it, not the only way, but the best way is to do something called a factor tree. Knowing your tables is extremely useful on this one. You have got a calculator you could use, but I think it's easier if you know your tables. Which of these numbers definitely goes into 90? Well, 2 does, because it's an even number. So does 3, because 3 30s are 90. And so does 5, because 5 goes into any number that ends in 0 or 5. So you can start with any of these numbers, but we'll start with 2, because 2 45s are 90. Now what prime number goes into that? Well, 2 doesn't, but 5 does. So we go 5 9s. What prime numbers go into 9? 3 does. 3 3s. So our factors tree continues until we end up with prime numbers at the end of each of the branches. So this actually tells me that 90 is 2 times 5 times 3 times 3. Or I can change the order and go 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And that's the answer to part A. I have written 90 as a product, there's the product, multiplication, of its prime, and they're all prime numbers, and they're all factors of 90. There you go. Part B, find the highest common factor of 90 and 84. So to do part B, I'm now going to do a factor tree with 84 to find the product of the prime factors of 84. So it's definitely an even number, so 2 goes into it, it's in fact 2 42s. It's also 2 goes into that, that's 2 21s. 3 7s are 21. So I've ended up with prime numbers at the end of each of these branches. So I can write 84 as 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. I have written 84 as a product of its prime factors. So I now need the highest common factor, HCF for short, the highest number that will go into 84 and into 90. So if you look at this list of numbers, you'll see that this and this have both got a 2 in. That's actually got 2 2s, but that one hasn't. So 1 2 from there and 1 2 from there. This has got 2 3s. That hasn't got 2 3s, but it's got 1 3. So these are common. Common means repeated. So 2 and 3 are common factors. So this is the result for the highest common factor. So that's how you do that question. At least that's one way of doing it. I think that's the most straightforward. Okay, 2 marks for getting that all right. 1 mark, 1 mistake. 2 marks for getting that all right. 1 mark if that was seen but you didn't finish it off properly.